This is BBC One in the southeast.
The woman who died after living on a diet of cake, Coke and sour milk. A coroner says the care agencies were like a ship without a captain. Struggling to make it one-to-one, can Mercury keep its promise of free calls at Christmas? And the latest warning to partygoers, don't drink and drive the morning after. Next tonight, Mercury One-to-One, the London-based mobile phone network, has reassured customers that they will be able to dial the world for free on Christmas Day. The company has been strongly criticised for a similar offer, free local calls in the evening. There was such a big response that parts of the system were overloaded and many customers couldn't get through. But Mercury insists it won't be a problem on the 25th. Our business correspondent David Strawn reports on getting a line.
Andrew, don't forget you've got to phone your dad back.
Oh, well, it's 7 o'clock. I'll try and ring him now.
For Andrew and Arlene of Ilford, the 7 o'clock watershed usually spells frustration. Local Mercury One-to-One calls are free from then on, if you can get through.
Can't get through.
The Conways say it's always like this when they try calling after 7 o'clock. They get a busy tone or no signal at all, more often than not. They bought the phone a year ago because they thought the free calls offer was a good deal, but they often end up using their old BT line instead. They've asked for their money back, but so far to no avail.
I feel very let down by Mercury. I feel very fobbed off by it. Since we purchased the phone, we have a tremendous amount of difficulties trying to, make phone calls from our home. So after 7 o'clock, it's very, very difficult to get a line.
It's just not working. You've got to move around to try and get a signal. It's just not good enough.
And I don't have £250 to throw around and waste on something that's no good.
Excuse me.
Like 150,000 others over the past year, the Conways were attracted by these adverts pushing the free calls offer.
This is the new Mercury One-to-One mobile, sir. You can make local off-peak calls free. Free?
Hello?
But it soon became apparent that there were patches of London, mostly along the North Circular Road, where the network's equipment simply didn't have enough capacity. And it shows up when customers rush to make free local calls after 7 p.m.
The problem's really going to occur in the suburban areas, places where people make long, chatty phone calls. They're going to be making their phone calls after 7 o'clock, so there's no incentive for Mercury to put in expensive cells, although they need to provide the service. And it's going to be least in central London, where people use the phones during the day and they're paying for each call.
Since early November, Mercury One-to-One has gone even further with its sales promotions, offering free Christmas Day calls to anywhere in the world to new customers. But the fear is, given the problems already experienced with the local free calls offer, that some new customers may experience disappointment and frustration next Sunday. Mercury One-to-One's boss stresses that millions of calls are successfully made every week and that they're working to eliminate the evening problem, they say, over the next few weeks. And as for Christmas Day, they're confident it'll pass off well.
I'm sure there will be limited amounts of congestion at some periods of the day, but I'm sure that all the customers that have bought this offer will be able to make use of it at some stage during the day.
Mercury point out it's not in their interest to leave disgruntled customers hanging on. Andrew Conway, for one, wishes they'd prove it to him.
David Strawn reporting there on Mercury's plans to keep customers happy this Christmas. Well, City of London Police today launched their Christmas Drink Drive campaign, focusing on people who get behind the wheel the morning after.